And healthcare fraud can happen to anyone, but more common victims are our senior citizens. And today we have Dolores with the Better Business Bureau and Roberto with Texas SMP to talk about an upcoming event that empowers seniors to be vigilant of these scammers and what to look out for. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Hannah.
So tell us just a little bit about this expo. What can people expect to see?
Well, first of all, we want to invite the public to our expo tomorrow from 9 to noon in Weslaco at the Knapp Conference Center. It is free. It is open to the public. We want to make sure that people take the time to come and learn about the warning signs about Medicare, Medicaid, and healthcare fraud, crimes that affect the seniors, sweepstakes scams, lottery scams, everything having to do with fraud and the senior population.
Right, and why do you think that seniors are so victim to this in comparison to other people? You know, really anybody can be a victim of this, but why seniors specifically?
Part of the problem here in the Valley is that a lot of our seniors are non-English speaking, very vulnerable, very naive, and very trusting. And that in itself is a big weakness that scammers look for. We also have our senior citizens come from the era where people were proud of what they had accomplished, etc. And they're afraid to admit or hesitant to admit that they have been scammed,
right,
that somebody pulled the wool over their eyes.
Because it's almost like, you know, and anybody doesn't like to be told that they made a mistake, you know,
exactly.
And so it's almost like, you know, whenever the wool is pulled over your eyes, you don't necessarily want to believe it, but they have to still be aware at the same time.
Exactly. I mean, and so I've had cases, or I've seen cases where I believe that one of our seniors actually committed suicide after he lost his life savings. I mean, I've heard cases like that.
Yes.
And I believe that is happening here in the Valley.
It's such a serious issue, and whenever that does happen to somebody, it makes you vulnerable, and that's why you're trying everything that you can to prevent this with this specific event.
We want to arm our seniors with the information so they can protect themselves. We want to make sure that they know that there are resources for them, and this is a good place to come to talk to the experts, to hear what the experts have to say, and take home information that's going to be useful for them in the future.
And so, you know, not only do you encourage senior citizens, obviously, to come to this, but also their children, their grandchildren, who are also accountable for them to make sure that they don't fall into this kind of trap, too. So is it open for the public?
It's open for the public. It is a senior fraud expo, but anyone who's caring for a senior, who has a grandparent or a parent that they want to take this information home to them, is welcome to come and participate.
Wonderful. Well, can you just tell us really quick, just some last minute details, where they go, what they do, and what number they have to call in order to find out more information?
To get more information, they can call the Better Business Bureau office at 956-969-1804. It is tomorrow morning from 9 a.m. to 12 at the Knapp Medical Center Conference Center. We will be having a shred event in conjunction with that to help people protect their identity. If they have documents, sensitive documents they want to bring, we have Maverick Shredding. We'll have one of its trucks there collecting and shredding documents tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Wonderful.
So it's going on simultaneously.
Right, at the same time. There's lots that you can expect from this, and so thank you guys for joining us. We're going to keep you around. We're going to talk a little bit more about it later on in our show. In the meantime, toss it back to Victoria.